following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Okay, sorry, go on.
We once again on the next page have the Frederick Fazbear's Pizza, where fantasy and fun come to life.
And nothing else.
Yep, no murders, no flesh-eating ogres.
Wait, is that last one?
Oh.
Legally, we can't say it.
Oh.
If they do an audit, it could be problematic.
Unlikely chance of flesh-eating ogres? Can we say that?
I'll have to run it by legal.
Maybe better if we just don't mention flesh-eating
Maybe better if you
ogres.
just don't mention flesh-eating ogres at all.
Well, what if they ask? Why would they ask?
Blythe gives it all away. We have a hell of a good time trying to get ink on Fleur Blythe, the beautiful business goddess. We tried sneaking into her apartment, pretending to have a business meeting. Nothing worked. Curse you, Lazarus Security. You're worth every penny. Sponsored by Lazarus.
Paid sponsorship, yeah. Undisclosed paid sponsorships. They're a thing in Night City in the future.
We finally were able to corner her at the gym. Or Gaim. An exclusive executive Gaim. But we forged an access token. She looked at us, dark eyes.
I like that they just casually confess to crimes.
Yeah.
Holding the promise of imminent doom or expression.
Yeah, I mean, look at that expression.
Yeah, no, that kind of looks like that.
It's like, this is the last thing you'll ever see.
I'm happy with that.
Her expression, a thunderhead at odds with her bright, cheerful clothing. She didn't stop, but we were able to ask some questions. Why? We just discovered that Busty exec Fleur Blythe has been losing money hand over fist. Despite running Blythe Nano at a profit and managing several smaller related enterprises as well, her own personal worth seems to have a drain on it. The reason? Mismanagement. The buff wonderkind has been losing money on a small venture in Watson, providing shelter and food for some of the less fortunate. We asked a business expert about it. He said that the poor would be unable to pay for these services, and thus the business in question would lose money and not make it.
Bad management.
Fleur, however, disagreed. It isn't about making money. If I wanted to make money, I could do it easy to make money. Sorry. I misread that. If I wanted to make money, I could. It is easy to make money. Any given edge runner can cyber up and make money. I just wanted to provide some aid to the people most suffering from the housing and food shortages. By that metric, the venture is successful, if not as successful as I would like. The venture in question, E&M Homeless Shelter, takes in roughly 100 of Night City's most worthless non-contributors every night and houses them, feeding close to 1,000, and according to our research, not one of them pays. Well done! How did you even...
You really get the feeling that the business reporter doesn't quite understand charity?
I don't understand how this works. It's like...
It's bad management. You're just throwing money away. How are you going to make a profit?
I don't get it.
What's a non-profit? Oh, failing business. Gotcha.
How do you even find out I owned that? She asked over the free weights. We, of course, kept our sources a secret. However, the start was noting that 2 soup kitchens run by Graves Corp were still running and under transferred ownership. My brother Aaron was going to shut them down. I bought them from him. I'd rather not divulge my involvement in these matters. But of course, we will. We are doing so. If I am known to be involved, people will expect 2 things simultaneously. 1, that I am only doing it as a PR stunt. 2, that I could afford to do more, and am not. So I must be greedy. Of course, if that were true, why try to hide it? We broached the topic of her involvement in the upcoming death race, and her comments about it. What about it? Who doesn't want some excitement in their life? Mariah's dark pools, so empty and dead, suddenly made sense. In that moment I felt a chill run down my spine. I never felt so endangered. Those dark eyes lurked an emptiness so complete, so still. I was certain that no living person was housed in that lovely shell. Indeed, Fleur Blythe is no more. Body simply has not caught up. She died falling from that towering skyscraper. This interview marked my transformation from journalist to medium. Now, thinking back, she never smiled even discussing the supposed benefits of her programs, not even describing the lives she claims to have changed. No pride in her achievements. Her voice flat, dead. The only hope left to bring her back is therapy. If only someone would save her. She went on, a litany of sins and mourning. There were things that were done. I would not have done them, but it was not my choice. I have some regrets. If you wish, you can think of this as my desire to give back. We just think she needs a man. We will reveal more in our follow-up article. I think this is not a separate article. This is just a big, very big caption. Fleur Blythe is not only a highly successful businesswoman with a lot of high-powered contacts in some of the most heavily hitting firms, but a fitness nut, an extreme sports competitor. She is also insane, giving money away to feed and house worthless people. News on this has already caused a vote of no confidence to be called at Blythe Nano in response. Fleur rallied the shareholders and purchased 51% of her own firm, effectively executing a hostile takeover of herself. In an unrelated matter, she won the confidence vote. In an unrelated How is that unrelated?
So the blood that was on her clothing, not hers.
Oh.
Some people didn't take the confidence vote's result well. She had to kill them.
Well,
So it went from a no confidence to a no contest.
She had to beat a former executive vice president of marketing to death with his own bodyguard.
good. He worked for the Blythes. And she might be the only good one.
Did we do her a favour somehow by that whole thing happening?
You destroyed her life.
Yeah, but she's become a better person, even if she's a zombie.
She might have been doing that before we blew up
Oh,
the
maybe
tower.
she was.
No, because I guess they hadn't flooded the dam yet.
I guess we'll never know, or we'll find out eventually. What were we doing?
On our way to work.
We're going on our way to work.
Which
I'm gonna
means...
roll on. Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky I didn't have to roll for those 2 days we skipped over 20.
Fair enough. I mean, you also don't get any positives from it. So.
Yes. Can I say that over those days when I did have free time, I was working on the next Babette date? Which,
You can do that. Barrows did nothing.
well, you watched
With-
Speedroll, but...
Yeah,
He was watching JoJo's and sports.
pretty much, yeah.
Georgia!
There's not enough time to do tech stuff because, of course, we were still working. So, yeah.
Yada.
Yada yada yada.
We say,
Murder.
we say I did some clothes shopping. So I
Yeah.
can pick up some more clothes. I'll deal with that later. But I want to get like a cleaner set of nomad clothes.
Your
some-
complaint was rejected.
Okay. At which, do I know what point it got to when it got rejected?
No,
Oh,
this is an opaque system. Like XP for D&D next season.
no.
Opaque.
Okay.
Paper.
Weller was eventually there and you handed in the paperwork and she's just like, good, paperwork.
I know how much you love it.
John, don't fuck it up.
I'll try.
You're not going to do better.
I know, everyone keeps telling me that.
Ravens have a home game next. Plan.
How far away?
I don't have that on me right now. I can't remember, but surely...
They'll be on their way back, probably.
Anyway, you meet up. Babette's like, oh, Vincent, hello.
But that
Zip.
hug. Oh.
What?
Nothing.
You were young students.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Not that long ago. Look, you're even getting younger now. There's a spring in your step and a little hopeful gleam in those flinty eyes. You've even got less grey in your moustache.
Oh, really?
You can see the blonde.
Maybe I don't need take care.
You still look just as young as ever.
No, thanks. You look just as beautiful as ever.
Not beautiful enough to kidnap and rape, though.
That's a good thing.
No, it is not. I'm supposed to be trapping people
As
into...
long as we can save you before the second part happens, sure.
Of course.
Well, let's find out what we'll be doing today.
Nothing. There's
Nothing?
no point.
What do you mean?
Well, that's up to Yuri in the end, isn't it? She's the operation commander.
I'm psychic. Trust me. You'll head into the gym. Ah, welcome. We are not doing anything. There's no point. We must find volunteers who are not known members of task force to operate for us, so we can watch you without.
Isn't that dangerous to these volunteers?
I am willing to compensate them for the dangerousness of the assignment. But, so, if you know anyone who would be a suitable target for high priority road count, this sniper team is getting very, very arrogant.
Was there any luck contacting that Winter lady?
We do not even know she is in city. No evidence.
I can't even remember what team she was or wasn't playing for now.
I don't want to be the one to suggest this, but I will.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa had a garden dating try to set her up with someone named Uriah.
Mm-hmm.
She would be ideal.
They posted that transcript in the scream sheets. So they know, or at least it's been posted, that we talked about planning that.
It is possible that they did not see that particular scream sheet. Remember, they are curated. Also, I find it difficult that Uriah Khan would read the screen sheet at all.
Maybe. Because of her connection to me, I think he'd be willing to go for it. But are you willing to handle the fallout if it goes wrong?
I have always had a reputation as a high-stakes gambler. But I am also sensitive to your feelings. If you do not want to do this, or are afraid to, we will not.
I'll talk to her about it. But it's not my feelings you should worry about.
I have a couple of ideas. Stephanie Richard. I know I hesitate to, but she is.
Lisa's gonna kill me.
She'll kill me first. As an example. That way she's still got you. I also know a girl goes by Tracy 6. I haven't talked to her for actually since I came into the precinct from the academy. I have a beer with her. Used to have a beer with her sometimes. She's quite attractive. The only thing is she always seems to have bad luck, and I not really hesitate to throw
We
her in harm's
know
way.
Uriah Khan prefers powerful, independent women. The more famous, the better. From the information we recovered from his agent, he takes perverse pleasure in bringing down women who have risen very high. Therefore, Stephanie Richard, Lisa Steer are better options. Frankly, I would also suggest a Candice Hardridge, but it would not be believable that she, given her current level of success, that she would fall victim to them.
Also, we don't know if she or Lisa are back in town yet.
It wouldn't be good if we chose Candace.
I have decided to suspend field operations for a few days in order to make them believe we have given up. They will hopefully, therefore, relax a little, make a mistake. We have also had a drastic reduction in tips coming through to the tip line. And the sniper team are being very snooty.
I wonder if the cons are also laying low because of whatever it was they were trying to work out with the claws. I wonder if there's a war brewing.
Another one?
Khan's agent had some very choice words about Tong.
Perhaps this can be an advantage, but
Tong has a certain reputation, but I doubt he'd speak with us.
no. He will not. So, rest. Get ready.
Wait, so you don't want us on completely different operations at the moment, so we can at least still do policing?
I do not want them accidentally seeing you and assuming that you are still operating on the same thing, which could easily happen.
Does that mean I can't even go on like a date with Babette? Because
Of course you can, but
If you see Khan's, clear out.
I would love to know how they knew. It is clear that there is still a mole inside the department.
We're multiple
yeah.
now with the night staff.
well, especially because we're working at night now.
I need to go talk to Miss White. I've been giving her the silent treatment.
Yes, it is best you do that.
You all right, Yuri?
I am not used to such prolonged failure.
Don't blame yourself.
I am the one who is responsible.
It's not your fault. that
I
we're not
must think
taking
of
the bait.
ways to avoid this failure.
I think it really is the simple fact we've been made. And it doesn't
Should
help
not
that
have happened.
it doesn't help that Barrows, Babette, and I have been in the news so much. It's like it's hard not to recognise us.
It is almost like you are a liability,
We kind of are in that
but
sense.
I choose you.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Well.
want results. Stupid
you're-
chief.
Remember, we volunteered for this whole thing. Well, sort of. We numbered our
Someone might
preferences.
have moved some of those priorities around, apparently.
We do not always get to the things we most want.
I thought
Wait,
you
wait.
might know about that.
Wait, who actually chose us in the end? Like, we all voted. Like, we all chose our preferred jobs out of that group, but who actually made the final calls?
The division leaders for the various projects were allowed to make requests and applied that to the weighting of the preferences. I chose you two
Okay.
because you get the results in other operations.
I probably shouldn't say, but Weller wanted us on this too.
Okay, that's
She-
fine.
It was not involved in the process.
That's fine. I was just making sure there wasn't somebody who might have been pulling strings above you.
Right. I'm going downstairs.
Okay. I have a question too. This Caroline, who's the next on my garden dating app now, is that? Am I waiting on her to set something up, or is this something
Yes.
I'm waiting on her, and there's been no contact?
You.
Same on my end for, I think it was Chastity.
Yeah, I was going to do that tonight, but then a whole bunch of stuff happened, and now I'm just going to wait till the same time as his one,
Okay.
probably next week.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just checking it. I wasn't.
It's a good way of fluffing out an hour.
So I'm going down to motor pool.
You go downstairs. She's like, "Oh,
Miss White,
John,
time to rip this band-aid off.
I'm so sorry. I blew up your bike. Who would have thought that just filling the tank would have..."
98% is the limit.
Telling me that would have been a good thing. Look, I'm not blaming you, but don't worry. I have a substitute. I bought you another one.
You bought me another one?
Yeah. It's pretty much identical.
Huh.
There's a ding in the tank, but other than that,
Where'd you find that?
turns out they have a showroom with a really flaky, unreliable guy.
That would be Mr. Mao, I believe.
Oh god, everything is explained.
It's the thing of the tank because after it got back, she filled it not quite as high and then hit it and went, there, now behave yourself.
Now I can't fill it up too far. Well, thank you. And I'm sorry for giving you the cold shoulder.
No, it makes sense. If you'd blown up one of my cars, I'd do the same to you.
He's upstairs. Don't worry about him. And thanks. We needed some good news.
Things going badly.
Well, you're on the same force I am. You know we haven't exactly been having a lot of luck lately.
Yeah. Even Babette's plan didn't work.
The new one is concerning.
What? I haven't had a lot of time to get upstairs.
Not here. You free for a drink?
No? Sorry?
Hmm.
I have a lot of work to do.
Fair enough.
Like a lot?
Just, yeah, it's just I don't want to talk about it. Not yet. It's not you, it's this place. We can't get out.
I understand.
We're going to have a couple of days off, so if you need a hand, I have 4. Like the cars and stuff. Though I'm sure something will come along. Not a lot of moments. Actually, this is the most peaceful it's been for a while. I don't like this. Something's gonna happen. I'll let you get back to work. I'm rambling now. I might leave the bike here for now.
That's good, because I need to upgrade the security.
Oh.
Otherwise you could open it with some leftover serviettes from a pizza box.
Yeah, the key I was given was basically just cardboard. I'll let you get back to it. Back upstairs. Well, I'm still alive. And she's still alive. We're good. There's a new bike.
A new bike.
Yeah. She's still getting work done.
What do you mean there's a new bike?
She found a new bike. I don't know if she bought one or she stole it. I'm not 100%, but I'm not going to ask.
You mean the same type as your exploding old bike?
Yeah. And it was confirmed that it was my bike that exploded.
I'm sorry.
It's
That's why
fine.
you got a replacement.
That's true.
And Miss White survived.
I should have... I'm an idiot. I should have said something about that.
Anyway, Babette, I'm working on our next date. I just need to sort out one more thing, I feel, and...
He keeps raising the bar. I don't have anywhere left to go.
Don't have it. It's not a competition.
Narrow his eyes.
I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do when Lisa gets back to town. Don't be crass.
Yeah, I know that was, but I was supposed to just be making a flippant joke.
Have you considered taking on a date?
And that is the plan. I'll finally pay for one.
Any ideas?
Well, we've already done the dinner thing. I mean, always have more dinners, but
Why not just cut out the middleman and take her to the NCT main offices?
yeah, then they won't have to come and look for us. Get one of the medias to move in. Alright, maybe a movie.
Say, is that an option, pal?
No.
Ah. The dustbin's lid lowers back.
I want to weld that shut. But I won't.
Maybe you could take her for a romantic fly in a certain sea-bound helicopter.
I wouldn't want to ask any more of Harmony.
Are you kidding? She loves flying that thing at every opportunity she can.
But we already made her lose one race. And I've had to see way more of her than I...
Are you talking about the fact that she basically wears a bikini?
Or that she was completely naked in that scream sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How do they get away with that? Scream
Night
sheets just becoming
City.
pornography.
It's Night City, and I don't think Harmony cares.
Clearly not. Neither did that Camille woman. By the way, Bubba, I saw the interview. Is that really what goes on in the female lockers?
We? All the time? Way too much.
What?
Is there something wrong with a little personal attention?
Oh, no, it's my imagination's racing. Sorry, anyway, do you have any plans for the next couple of days while we're,
I was going to hang out in the locker room.
hang out in the locker room? Oh, I see.
No, his mind's never gonna stop.
You should have an active mind. All work and no play makes Jacques a dull boy. Plans? No.
At least they don't just have you net running and
I mean, this
Whole
is my
time.
job.
yeah. By the way, I don't suppose you can tell us if you got anything out of that hard drive that John gave you about a week ago.
Wait, the one from... I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
I don't want to know what it is.
Okay.
Unless Lisa wants me to know. But I don't even know if she knows.
I'm sure she knows.
It's none of my business.
Okay. Well, without divulging, did you get anything?
She nods.
Okay. But of course, you probably can't say anything anyway, right? Not that John wants to know, but yeah. Okay.
A couple of days, I might be able to get another gun done. With someone.
Hey, you could check out the auction and see if there's anything else on there.
It's always worth a look. I guess I'm going back down to see the quartermaster.
Just don't go getting any net runners in trouble for night market stuff again.
I wonder if I need high target draws. Fifi wouldn't work.
Fifi wouldn't work.
It was a stupid idea I had.
I don't like... Wait, I don't... I need to talk to Yurei again. I didn't get it clear whether she wants me to contact Stephanie or yet or later, or whether she wants to do it herself.
Well, we know Stephanie's tough. Could be useful.
Maybe I should just... No, I'll go see Yurei again before we leave, which I will do. Yurei? For clarification, did you want us to contact Miss Richards now, or did you want
I
to wait?
haven't been thinking. You should do it in person.
Well, yeah.
Not to use agents, not to use radios. Maybe that is somehow... Maybe they are giving money to Ziggurat and getting communications. So do in person.
Actually, I have
In
a
fact,
way.
there is a wrestling on tonight. For only half an hour, you could go down and use police credentials to talk to her in locker room.
I actually have something better. Guarding dating app has automatically rescheduled, has set up it's pending a rescheduled date because of the cyber psycho that attacked the first one. So I could easily just organize another date with her.
Do not use any form of electronic communication or scheduling. I do not trust it now.
Oh no, I'd only use that to schedule the date through the garden dating app, and then any other discussion would happen in person. I just thought it was a good front because the places or the things are already in effect, and I do have to respond to it soonish anyway. Or I think it'll, if I don't respond to the rescheduled date, I think it's going to charge me a fee. So are you all good with me just using that, and then? But I won't say anything else to her until we meet in person.
You must do what you think is right, of course.
Okay. But thanks for the whole wrestling thing. I know she's into that, so I might, since we've got the night off now, make a call. Thanks, you, Ray. I'll keep you posted. In person only. In a couple of days. I'll see you later, Babette.
Goodbye, Vincent.
We should do something. Well, I mean, we are going to do something, but we should do something else in one of these 2 days we've got to...
I'm going down to the quartermaster.